I can't believe how natural she is, and I'm just proud of you. I'm so proud of you, and I can't believe how big and grown up you are. And I'm proud that she's gonna represent so many young brown girls around the world. Nobody's prouder than mommy.
Blue's growth since her debut during the Renaissance tour is undeniable. She's no longer the shy preteen cautiously hitting her marks, she's blossoming. Her stage presence has matured, her confidence is sharper, and there's a calmness in the way she commands attention that mirrors Beyoncé in her early days. It's breathtaking to watch because it's not just performance, it's transformation. It's a mother raising a future icon right in front of our eyes. And then there's Rumi, the quiet force. While she hasn't taken the mic or joined the choreography yet, her impact is no less meaningful. Fans have caught glimpses of her sitting front row, her eyes glued to her mother's every move, sometimes dancing in her seat, other times holding Beyoncé's hand as they walk backstage. There's something incredibly touching about seeing this child being raised in an environment of fierce femininity, where strength and softness coexist. What Beyoncé is doing, consciously or not, is giving the world a new visual of what motherhood in power looks like. We've seen celebrity moms before, but rarely like this. Rarely in such an integrated, intentional, and emotionally present way. Beyoncé isn't shielding her daughters from the spotlight, nor is she exploiting them. She's inviting them into her world with care, making space for them to find their own voices while surrounding them with love, protection, and purpose. The tour itself is deeply rooted in Black Southern heritage, and Beyoncé makes sure her children understand the weight of that. Every detail, from the set design, which mirrors Southern juke joints and prairie landscapes, to the musical choices blending country twang with gospel harmonies, tells a story of identity. And by having Blue and Rumi along for the ride, she's grounding them in their roots while letting them experience the magnitude of their mother's impact. Fans have responded with overwhelming emotion. Social media is flooded with clips of Blue Ivy dancing beside Beyoncé, videos of Rumi clapping in the audience, and commentary that often ends in tears. Comments like, "This is Black motherhood at its finest," and "She's not just performing, she's planting seeds," are everywhere. And they're right. Beyoncé's not just putting on a show. She's crafting a family legacy in front of the world, one stage at a time. Offstage, the dynamics are just as moving. In between sets, Beyoncé is often seen crouching down to speak to her daughters, fixing Rumi's hair, or giving Blue a private word of encouragement. These moments, though small, show a side of Beyoncé that the world doesn't always get to see: the nurturing mother, the intentional guide, the woman who's making sure her daughters feel both empowered and embraced. And what's remarkable is how seamlessly all of this blends into the tour's larger message. Cowboy Carter is about defiance, authenticity, and reclaiming identity. It's about rewriting the rules and refusing to be boxed in. And who better to carry that message forward than the very daughters who will inherit Beyoncé's legacy? This is Beyoncé at her most powerful, not just because she's selling out arenas or breaking records, but because she's showing the world what generational healing, love, and leadership look like when they're passed down intentionally. She's showing that legacy isn't something you leave behind, it's something you carry with you, hand in hand with the ones you love most. In every city she visits, Beyoncé is doing more than singing. She's weaving her family into history. She's raising daughters who know their worth, their roots, and their right to take up space. And with every note, every dance step, and every shared glance between mother and daughter, she's showing us all what it means to be both an icon and a matriarch.
Those petty ones can't touch me, 'cause I'm a clever girl. We snap it. Pretty please, Tom, please. We wanna welcome you to the Beyoncé Cowboy Carter hat tour. In the rodeo chicken circuit, we gon' make it do what it do, yeah, yeah.
And just when you think the Cowboy Carter tour couldn't get more meaningful, Beyoncé continues to expand the narrative, subtly, yet boldly, by turning each performance into a chapter of a living memoir. This isn't just a legacy in motion, it's a love letter to Black womanhood, a tribute to cultural inheritance, and a powerful meditation on how family and artistry intertwine. At every stop along the tour, Beyoncé invites us deeper into a universe where music is more than entertainment, it's a spiritual force. The visuals shift from bold and cinematic to tender and intimate, reflecting the duality of her role as both a performer and a protector. She's not just on stage to dazzle, she's there to pass on wisdom, to remind her daughters, and all the young black girls watching, that they come from a lineage of resilience, brilliance, and beauty. We see it in the way she holds space for Rumi's quiet strength. We see it in how she gives Blue Ivy the room to stumble, grow, and flourish. And we see it in Beyoncé herself, now a seasoned woman who understands the weight of her crown but chooses to carry it with grace, and to share its glory with those who come after her. What makes this moment in Beyoncé's career feel different is the emotional depth that lingers long after the lights go down. It's the way fans leave the stadiums not just singing, but thinking, reflecting on their own stories, their own mothers, their own legacies. It's the way Cowboy Carter challenges the stereotypes not just of country music, but of what it means to be a black woman leading with both power and tenderness, and beyond the performances and the headlines, something quieter, but no less historic, is happening. Beyoncé is laying the blueprint for a new kind of fame, one that doesn't rely on constant reinvention but on authentic evolution. She's not abandoning her roots to chase trends, she's digging deeper into them and bringing her children along for the journey. She's creating space where family and creativity can coexist without compromise. In a world that often demands women, especially black women, to choose between their ambitions and their roles as mothers, Beyoncé is saying, you don't have to pick. You can be both. You can be all. You can wear heels and hold hands. You can build empires while raising children who understand exactly where they come from, and where they're capable of going. And maybe that's the most revolutionary thing of all. Beyoncé isn't just changing the face of country music or redefining the concert experience, she's quietly reshaping how we view legacy itself. Not as something static or grandiose, but as something intimate. Everyday. Alive. A look. A lesson. A daughter dancing beside her mother. So when the curtain falls and the last song echoes into the night sky, it's clear, Cowboy Carter isn't just a tour, it's a cultural landmark. It's a masterclass in storytelling, identity, and love. And at the heart of it all is a woman who dared to take her daughters, not just to the top, but with her, every step of the way. Because Beyoncé understands something timeless, the future isn't something you wait for. It's something you raise. This isn't just a tour. This is a movement. A memory. A message. A masterpiece. And at its center is a mother building a bridge between the past and the future, wearing a cowboy hat, holding her daughters close, and owning every inch of her throne. Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour is more than a spectacle. It's more than a celebration of her music. It's more than a genre-defying artistic statement. This tour is a living, breathing embodiment of legacy, culture, and motherhood all wrapped into one, and at the heart of it are her two daughters, Blue Ivy and Rumi Carter, who've become deeply woven into the narrative in the most tender and powerful way. From the moment Beyoncé launched into this Western-inspired era with Act 2, Cowboy Carter, fans knew it would be something revolutionary. This wasn't just about cowboy boots and rhinestones, it was about reclaiming space in a genre that has often excluded black voices. It was about honoring the unsung history of black cowboys, rural Southern roots, and the resilience passed down through generations. And by including her daughters in the tour, Beyoncé elevated that message into something even more profound, a generational transfer of culture, confidence, and legacy. Throughout the tour, audiences aren't just watching Beyoncé perform, they're witnessing a mother in her full glory. Every city, every stage, every roar of applause becomes a backdrop for a softer, more emotional story unfolding behind the scenes. One where Blue Ivy, now stepping further into her own identity, occasionally joins her mother on stage with a poise far beyond her years. One where Rumi, the quieter presence, beams with pride and curiosity from the wings. These moments may only last a few seconds to the crowd, but they're rich with meaning. Beyoncé, the woman who once sang, "I Was Here," is now making sure her daughters are seen too. When Blue Ivy steps out in her sparkly boots and western fringe, dancing beside her mother, it's more than a cameo. It's a continuation of a story. It's a young black girl being told, in real time, that her voice, her presence, her power, matters. Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour is more than a concert, it's a deeply personal and cultural journey. Each performance feels like a chapter in her living memoir, blending bold visuals with intimate storytelling. She honors Black womanhood, motherhood, and legacy by spotlighting her daughters, Rumi and Blue Ivy, while showing how music can be both powerful and healing. With emotional depth and purposeful symbolism, Beyoncé challenges stereotypes and redefines what it means to lead as a Black woman with strength and softness. Fans leave not just entertained, but deeply moved and inspired.
We